Good morning, students. In yesterday's class, I discussed the meaning of cash book, and then I discussed the different types of cash book beta. Okay? And in the definition I told you, in the cash book, we are maintaining the records of only the cash transactions in chronological order. No credit transactions are been recorded in the cash book. And in that class I told you, in our syllabus, only the entries or the posting of single column cash book is only there. So in today's class, I am going to discuss the format of single column cash book and some basic rules what already been told to you in the first day about the cash book. Here you are talking about the single column cash book will be discussed in today's class beta. I am going very slowly. I am just telling you the meaning and all those things. Please try to understand these things step by step. And if you understand this thing step by step, you will never make any mistake. Because in your examination, cash book, single cash book entries or posting is coming in class 9 final examination beta. Okay? So now here, first thing, what is cash book? It is known to you. Basically in the cash book, what you are recording beta? You are only recording the inflows of cash and the outflows of cash. उसका मतलब क्या है? Incoming of cash and outgoing of cash are being recorded in the cash book. And there I told you, all incoming of the cash or inflows of the cash are being entered into the debit side, and all outflows of the cash or any kind of cash payment, जब cash company से बाहर चला जाता है, that is being entered in the credit side. That means the money what is coming to the organization, that means whenever any plus जो पैसा बढ़ता है कंपनी को और आता है, anything plus that is being entered into the debit side. And the money or the cash what is going out from the organization, that is being recorded in the credit side. So inflow, debit side. Outflow, credit side. And always one thing you must notice, in cash book, the total of the debit side will be more than the total of the credit side. It has to have. Because the inflows, that means cash what is there with you, that will always be more than definitely the payment. तुम्हारे पास पैसा रहेगा तब ना तुम payment करेगा बेटा. So that is how always the total of the debit side of the cash book will always be more than the credit side of the cash book. इसको ध्यान में रखेगा. Because पैसा नहीं है तो तुम how can you make the payment? Yes or no? So you have to have the debit side total will be always more than the credit side total. That's very, very important. Okay? And always you remember, after writing it, like you have done the journal, like you have done the ledger, you have done the trial balance, here also, whenever you are going to close the cash book of a particular month, all the records of 1 month, when you are going to close it, definitely at the last day of the month, you have to balance the cash book. That means the total of the credit side and the total of the debit side as per the law of the accounts has to be same. That means the balance CD will always be there in the credit side of the cash book. So remember it. Why? Because in the beginning, always the total of the credit side will be more or not. When the total of the credit side will be more, to balance the equal, to balance both sides, debit side and credit side, Whatever balances are there, that balance has to be written in the credit side of the cash book. That means balance CD of the cash book will always be there in the credit side by writing by balance CD. Please remember it. Once more, the total of the debit side of the cash book will always be more than the credit side. But as per the law of the accounts, you have to make debit side total has to be equal to credit side total. So the balance amount to make both sides equal will always be written in the credit side of the cash book by using the word by balance CD. By balance CD. I hope it is clear to you. So once more, only the cash entries will be entered in the cash book. No credit entries will be entered into the cash book. Number 2, all cash inflows, or you can say income of cash, will be written in the debit side of the cash book. All cash payment or outflows of the cash will be recorded in the credit side of the cash book. And before the debit side, you are supposed to write 2 before doing any entries. And before doing any entry into the credit side, you are supposed to write by. Next, the total of the debit side of the cash book will always be more than the total of the credit side. Once more, the total of the debit side of the cash book will always be more than the total of the credit side of the cash book. Next, as per the law of the accounts, you have to make the total of debit side has to be equal to total of credit side. So to make the credit side equal, the balance you have to write it, and always the balance CD will be in the credit side of the cash book by using the word by balance CD. Yes or no, beta? Just remember these rules. You will be able to do all the cash book entries properly. Okay? And now the format of the cash book. Here you know the T format or the T shape. Always all the accounts basically come in the T shape. Left hand side is the debit side. Right hand side is the credit side. Debit side, first you are supposed to write date, then particulars, then ledger folio number, and then the amount. Okay, beta? All income will come in the debit side. Next, date, particulars, ledger folio number, amount, and all the kharcha or expense or minus of amount will be written in the credit side. And in the beginning, what you notice there? Definitely the total of the debit side will be more than like here. Total, suppose I am telling here come 5,000 rupees always. Definitely this side will come always more better, more than 5,000. Okay, so 3,500 comes. Now this side more. Okay, it has to be there. Always the total of this side will be more. Now to make it equal, you are supposed to write the balance amount. So balance amount by balance CD, bolke always it will come in the credit side. How much you come, beta? Like 1,500. Then you have to make it 5,000, and then you have to make 2 columns or not. That is what we are talking about here. So in today's class, I just told you some basic rules of doing the posting in single column cash book. And in class 9, we are only going to do the posting in single column cash book. And if you remember the rules, whatever I told you, you will never make mistake in posting the entries in the cash book. Okay, beta? So just remember it. So today's class I told you the rules and the format. Please remember it properly so that there will be no problem for you. Okay? Thank you so much.